Good morning, everyone. The topic today I have chosen here is the basic differences between salt, double salt, and complex. So, we'll discuss first about the salt. How a salt is formed. A salt is formed by the neutralization of an acid by a base. See, we find two different types of salt. One is called as a simple salt. Another one is called as a double salt. That one more salt is also there. That is, it is called as a coordination complex. So we'll see one by one what it is. How a simple salt is formed. It is formed by the neutralization of an acid by a base. It undergoes ionization. That is, when it is put in water, it immediately ionized. It gets ionized and produces ions in solutions. So that solutions, it exhibits the properties of its component ions. For example, in the case of potassium, potassium chloride, this is a salt. This salt is formed by the neutralization of an acid by a base. So when an alkali, when it is treated with the HCl, it forms potassium chloride in presence of water. So in aqueous medium, it undergoes ionization and gives you K plus ions and Cl minus ions. So this is a property of a salt, a simple salt. Next comes the double salt, and also we'll discuss one by one what is a double salt and what is a complex coordination complex. The double salt is formed by the it contains the two or more salts in stoichiometric proportions. It is giving a test for all the constituent ions and solutions. For example, potash alum. So in the case of potash alum, potassium sulfate, aluminium sulfate in presence of 24 molecules of water. Whereas in the case of more salt, we have ferrous sulfate, ammonium sulfate, and then it is attached with 6 molecules of water. So when potassium sulfate dissolved in water, it gives you K plus ions and SiO2 minus ions. And this aluminium sulfate also undergoes ionization, gives you Al3 plus ions and SiO2 minus ions. Then ferrous sulfate ions, when it undergoes ionization, gives you Fe2 plus ions and SiO2 minus ions. In the case of ammonium sulfate also undergoes ionization, gives you ammonium ions and sulfate ions. So this is how the double salts undergoes ionization in aqueous medium. So we find the two simple salts attached here. So two simple salts are mixed in their stoichiometric proportion, it is called as a double salt. Next comes the coordination complex. The coordination complex, a very familiar example we give for the coordination complex is the potassium ferrocyanide. So K4FeCN6. Here, iron, this is a central metal ion. The Cn minus is it is called as a ligand. This is a metal ion, this is a ligand. Then the species which are placed inside the square bracket, that is a central metal ion which is directly attached to the ligands. It never undergoes any ionization. It remains as such. Even when it is put in water, it remains as such. It never undergoes ionization. It doesn't lose its identity. So such ions are called as ferrocyanide ions, and this is called as a complex. Such ion, when it is present in the compound, it is called as a complex. The species which are placed outside the square bracket is called as a potassium ion. That is, it undergoes ionization. Here K plus ion, potassium undergoes ionization, gives you K plus ion. Then comes the terms. What are all the terms we come across in when studying the coordination chemistry? First one is acceptor, next comes the donor, then coordination number, and then coordination sphere. We'll see one by one what it is. Acceptor is usually a metal atom or a metal ion which are attached by the donation of the pair of electrons. Usually it's a positively charged species. Acceptor is able to accept a pair of electrons from the donor atom. For example, in the case of potassium ferrocyanate, Fe2 plus ion is an acceptor. Next comes the donor. Donor is usually a Lewis molecule donating a pair of electrons. So these donor molecules are always electron rich and they are called as ligands. Usually they are negatively charged species, they are electron rich species. In the case of potassium ferrocyanate, Cn is a ligand. Next comes the coordination number. So in the case of potassium ferrocyanate, the metal ion, which is the number of ligands which surrounds the metal ion, it is called as a coordination number. So for this particular complex, the coordination number is found to be 6. Then comes the coordination sphere. In the case of coordination sphere, the species which are placed inside the square bracket, that is Fe, it is attached to these 6 cyanide ligands. This is called as a coordination sphere. This represents a single constituent unit. It never undergoes any ionization. It doesn't lose its identity even when it is in aqueous medium. So this is called as a ferrocyanate ion. So this is called as a complex here. Whereas the species which are placed outside the square bracket is called as, it undergoes ionization. So this the single constituent unit which is placed inside the square bracket is called as a coordination sphere. So hope you have learned today about the differences between a salt, double salt and the complex. Hope it is useful for everyone. How are we going to differentiate the salt, double salt and the complex. So thank you for listening. Thank you.